live in the state of Illinois, which is in the middle of the United States of America. One of my best friends from school moved all the way to Boston, Massachusetts for college, which is on the other side of the country, by the ocean. When she moved away, I was very sad that we would not be able to talk to each other every day, but I soon learned that we can communicate in different ways. While we didn't get to talk every day in person, we are still able to talk on our cell phones or on a video chat, which is like a phone call, but we get to see each other. Sometimes she even sends me letters in the mail. I have another friend, Hannah, who went to college with me for a year. But when she was all done with school, she moved all the way to the other side of the world to be a teacher in Malaysia. Malaysia is 10,000 miles away from Illinois. How would we ever talk to each other? Because of technology that people have created, we are able to talk to super far away people, even thousands of miles away. Hannah and I can text or call each other anytime we want. I also can send her letters and packages in the mail that she could receive. So, even though that Hannah is so far away, we can still talk to each other and be friends. But did you know that there are so many more ways of sending and receiving messages that people have used in the past and that they use now? The first way is done every day. Every day, people send and receive messages by talking to each other. One person sends a message to another person by saying, "Hi, how are you?" And that person receives the message and sends one back. "I'm great." This is the easiest form of communication and has been done by people forever. Another way we can send messages to people is by writing letters to them. Have you ever written a letter to someone and sent it in the mail? A long time ago, before people could send letters in the mail, they used to send someone to take a letter from one person and run with it all the way to the other person to receive the message. That person was called the runner. Before letters or even the alphabet was created, the first people to leave messages used to send messages by drawing pictures on the walls in caves. These pictures all had a meaning to the people and they could receive the messages within them. Today, we are still communicating in some of those ways. When you draw a picture for a friend, you are sending them a message. When you write a card for mom or dad, grandma or grandpa, you are sending them a message too. While we don't have one person who takes our letters and runs them all the way to where they go, we have a mailman who drives them to where they belong. But today, we have even more ways of talking to people. In the year 1895, the radio was invented, which allowed people to hear messages about the news in the world and what was happening. In the year 1876, a man named Alexander Graham Bell created the very first phone. That phone was very different than the phones we have today. The very first phone made calls that would let one person talk to another person in their homes from far away. But that was really all it could do. About 100 years later, a new type of phone came out. One that you could take out of your home and carry with you wherever you wanted. They called it a cell phone. Soon, people made cell phones that allowed you to send short letter messages to people anytime you want. They called them text messages. Today, cell phones can do all sorts of things. Call people, send texts, take pictures. On your cell phone, you can play games. You can look anything up on the internet. You can even see pictures of someone from all the way across the world. There are lots of different ways people have sent messages to each other. And today, we send messages very differently than what people used to. What is your favorite way to send messages to friends?